So
Episode 3.
This is probably going to go up before 2.
Should we call this one 2 then?
No, we're going to call it 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to upload 1, 3, 2.
Yeah. Whenever you send the files to me, like, I'll edit it.
Well, we've been having a lot of problems lately.
We?
Yes, we.
I think it's because I took my phone.
Talk about, tornadoes first, since we do live in Georgia.
Yeah, some fucking, like, massive tornado system came over from, like, I think it came from in between, like, Montana and Oklahoma, like, that area, like, where the fucking Dust Bowl happened. And then it, like, came down south, that would be southeastern, and we got fucked up by a bunch of tornadoes.
It didn't hit us, though.
Yeah, it hit, like, right above us, didn't it? It hit, like, the mountains.
Pretty sure, yeah. It
Yeah,
didn't. All I know is that it didn't hit us.
Yeah, I mean, you would know if it hit us. You'd look outside, you'd be like, oh, fuck, that's a tornado.
That's a twister out there, feller. It's a big-ass twister. Better hide your cows. Like the passage we read today.
Fucking Gulliver's Travels. Oh, my God. This man, Gulliver, has a cow fetish. He was like, yo, so this dude, he's trying to sue me for my cow, but I'm like, yo, that's my cow. The fuck are you trying to say? How you gonna sue me for my cow when it's my cow? And then they were like, nah, fuck you, that's his cow now.
To put better context, this is from a passage we read in language arts during our midterm. And what was the name of it again? Gulliver's Cow?
Gulliver's Cow? Gulliver's Travels.
Oh, Gulliver's Travels?
Yeah, with Jack Black.
Never heard of it.
What, you haven't?
Nope.
Maybe it's a white thing.
It probably is a white thing. But speaking about tornadoes in Oklahoma, let's talk about Westbrook and the whole Jazz and fan situation.
Okay. So, do you want to tell the story, or do you want me to?
I would gladly tell the story.
Right,
so there's an altercation.
Altercation. Okay, he's a Jazz fan, so anything he says can and will be used against him in a court of being a bitch.
Okay. So, just want to say one thing. I'm not a racist, just because I'm a Jazz fan.
You're fucking Hispanic. You're, like, disqualified.
Yeah, because I know damn well if you said some shit, you'll be...
Yeah, if I got up there and I was like, get that monkey off the court, they would be like, escort him out of here now.
Get him out of here now. No, but the whole situation was basically during an Oklahoma City Thunder game and a Jazz game at the Jazz Arena, the star player on the Thunder, Russell Westbrook, got in an altercation with a fan, and he supposedly said a racial slur to him, and Westbrook didn't take it kindly, saying he would gladly beat the fuck out of him and his wife.
Yeah, I mean...
And how I see it is that, yes, he also put out a statement saying that players should be more protected from the fans. And I can't agree with him with that, but just the way he did it, I didn't like at all. And I used to be a Westbrook fan, but now I don't respect him that much anymore.
Well, I think it's different because it's like, you have to consider that, like, what if he was sitting there with his wife and kids on the bench, and his wife and his kids heard that? How would you expect him to react the same way?
But then again, they interviewed the fan, and he said he didn't say that. He was saying something totally different.
What the fuck is he gonna say? He's gonna say, yes, sir, I said, get that little monkey boy out here. Like, he's not gonna get up there and say that.
No, he's not. But at the same time, it's a big arena, and Jazz are one of the teams that actually sells out their arena all the time. So it's a loud arena too, especially if OKC comes in town, because we did beat them in the playoffs last year.
Ooh, as a humble brag.
Yeah.
Not gonna beat them this year.
I mean, if we don't go against them in the first round, we might have to go against Golden State because we're the 8th seed right now, which is pissing me the fuck off.
So, but my thing about it is also the fan. So, if you're a fan and you're going to a game, what you do is you
shut up and watch the game.
Thank you. You shut the fuck up and you watch the game. Why are you gonna be out there like
I get it if you're trying to like cheer on or boo the other team so they can get distracted, or something like during a free throw. If you boo the team while they're taking a free throw, that's totally fine with me. But if you say something, if the fan did say something like a racial slur to Westbrook, then that's a different thing. Like, I totally understand that. It's just I don't like how he's a professional athlete. He shouldn't be acting the way he acted during that time.
Another thing that I do not like about the way that he
Approached it.
Pretty much the only thing I don't like the way that he approached it is that he included the man's wife.
Yeah, no, he should have never included the man's wife.
I think that if he didn't include the man's wife, he would have been 100% in the right, you know?
Yeah, no, that would be totally
like,
fine.
If you really want to talk to a man like that, come down and fucking catch his hands.
But the thing about it is that you're an athlete. You should know how to deal with those. You either block it out of your way, which I get it, it's a racial slur, and it hits home for him. It's like what Mitchell said after the game. He was very sad that this happened, especially in like his home arena where he plays.
And did you know that the Utah arena is in Salt Lake, right?
Yeah, it's in Salt Lake City.
Did you know that Salt Lake is the gay capital of the United States?
I thought it was Denver.
It might be Denver now, but it was Utah a few years ago.
Because I thought Denver was the first one to legalize gay marriage.
They were the first ones to legalize weed, I think.
Damn, I might have to go live in Denver.
No, but in Utah, I'm pretty sure, or it was at one point, it was the gay capital of America. So you would expect them to be a little bit more progressive than that. You know what I mean? And I know that there's like bad apples in every orchard, but still.
And that's another thing. What I've been seeing from this whole situation is, Jazz, like that one fan.
Yeah, that one
the
fan,
whole thing.
But that's, if you have such a high white population, you're going to be automatically labeled as racist.
I guess, yeah, but
it's the same thing with Boston and Indiana. Both of them are very white places.
But the other thing is, if I go, for example, if in Atlanta, if one fan said something really bad, then that affects the whole like fan base of Atlanta, and in retrospect, that wouldn't happen because we are kind of more on like not to be like offensive, but we're like more black culture here in Atlanta. Like out of all
you're gonna get your ass beat if you yell the N-word at an Atlanta game.
Yeah, no, you will get your ass beat. I went to an Atlanta game and not to be mean or anything, but there was like a ton of
like the do-rag count is high. Like
the do-rag count is high.
The do-rag
wave
count
check.
is high.
Wave check.
You yell wave check in an Atlanta game, and like 300 people are gonna stand up.
They all throw it in the middle of the court.
Whoever has the best waves gets to be on the team.
But how would you figure out the situation? Like
if
protecting
I was
the athlete.
If I was who? Like
if you were Adam Silver, let's say, how would you protect the players from the fans?
Well, I would fucking move them further back.
I don't know. How I see it, if you want to protect the fans from the players from the fans, like protecting them, you could do like hockey, but then hockey's a different thing because they actually bang themselves into the glass, and I'm pretty sure you can't do that because either way, words are kind of. There's no way to stop it because people are going to be people. Humans are going to be humans.
Honestly, the way I feel is like, yeah, the dude shouldn't have said that shit. But it's like,
and he also filed a lawsuit too.
Were you raised a bitch? Like, like people are gonna talk mean to you, and you just gotta learn to be like.
You gotta be.
That's how it be sometimes.
Yeah. No. Do you ever remember when that lady called LeBron a pussy ass bitch?
Yeah, and then he just like looked at her.
He just looked at her, kind of like that, and then walked away.
He did the most stupid little face. He was like,
What? Watch your mouth, woman.
Yeah, but
I liked how Utah did it, like the organization. They banned the fan, which I feel like they should have investigated a little bit more, but they were
well,
fast
it's because they were being called like, oh, Utah's racist.
Yeah,
so
no.
they had to like nip it in the butt.
They just worse. In our high school, we have this thing called Junior and Senior War. Do you want to explain what that is in our high school?
So actually, I learned the deep lore on the Junior-Senior War from someone who graduated in 2010.
Oh, wow.
So originally, it was the Parkview Brookwood
I heard that.
Senior war.
I heard that.
So, like, what Parkview did one year... Okay, so Brookwood and Parkview are, like, rival schools. Just, like, I don't fucking know. I have a feeling you know that. But Brookwood and Parkview are rival schools, and Parkview is the Panthers, and Brookwood is the Broncos. So we go to Brookwood, right? And back in 2010, what Parkview did, which was savage at the time, was they put, like, a panther paw in the like, asphalt of when people were driving to school, which caused, like, big beef at the time for some reason, which I think is fucking stupid.
That is
and then
stupid.
What the Brookwood people did is they tied together shoes and threw it over a electric wire at Parkview, so the electric wire was on the ground. Like, there were like 30 pairs of shoes on this one electric wire.
Isn't Parkview not that far away from Brookwood?
If you go, do you know where the other cookout is? The one that's in, like, the Parkview side?
Yeah.
If you go there, before you get to that cookout, there's a baseball field. If you take the turn before that baseball field, Parkview's right down there.
Got you. I knew that was going to happen.
Check.
Okay. So, we were talking about the Brookwood Parkview, like, junior, senior war shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So...
we were talking about the cookout and then where Parkview is.
Yeah. So, that's how it started. And then they were like, oh, y'all can't do pranks on, like, each other's schools, thinking that would end it.
It did not.
And then they just started doing pranks on the juniors.
When did they start doing pranks on the juniors? Because I know the Brookwood and Parkview thing went on for a little bit.
I think that this was like 2013 or 2014.
So it took them
when
3
they
years.
first started. But yeah, there was one really bad year where they like poured bleach on someone and they were like, bleach, that's going to be funny. And then they fucking blinded them.
I never heard about that.
Yeah, that's why they're not like too hip on it.
And yeah, it still continues, and now it escalated to a paintball war.
Yeah, that's so fucking gay. Like, I could think of a million better pranks. Not to insult gay people or anything. But, like, that's fucking gay. I don't mean gay like fucking a man. I mean gay like that shit is stupid.
Basically say that shit is stupid.
So, like, if you're gonna shoot someone's house with paintballs... What the fuck are you doing?
You could get arrested.
Next time it rains, it's just gonna... You could at least do something cool, like put Skittles in their yard and, like, make their grass rainbow colored, or, like...
That's gonna be a lot of Skittles.
Put, like, a tiddlywink of
No,
effort.
what people did because I know they do it in not the Brookwood parking lot, but they do it in the parking lots that are connected to Brookwood, like Cannon and Grace.
They saran wrap the cars.
And then another one where they egged the car, put ketchup on it, and they put maple syrup on it too, on the windshield and everything.
I was gonna put milk in someone's air vent.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, because like it's over now. But if someone had like fucked with my car, I was gonna put milk in their air vents.
No, where it went too far was last year when I was a junior and I got my car keyed.
What? You got your car keyed?
I got my car keyed.
Who did it?
I don't know. That's the thing. I never found out.
Oh, was it insured then? Like just on...
No, I didn't have to pay anything. My cousin fixed it for me.
Oh.
But it was like literally they just wrote an M on my hood. It was kind of gay.
That was pretty fucking gay.
Yeah. It was really stupid. And I was pissed. Because I thought I had to pay for it. And I'm lucky that I didn't have
there's
to.
like if someone hits you in a parking lot and drives away, there's like an insurance for that. I forget what it's called. It's called like a fucking unidentified driver or something. But most insurance policies have, unless you have like shitty ass like George Washington care or something. So Odell got traded to the fucking Cleveland Browns, and if you aren't up to date on football, that would be like if you lived in New York and then you got traded to Iraq.
Hey, Baker Mayfield's kind of fly. And now he's back with Jarvis.
It's like...
And I'm not... Disclaimer, I'm not a big football fan. I'm just recently getting into it.
I don't give a fuck about football.
I'm more of an NBA fan.
Yeah.
So if you ask me anything about NBA, I would know. But football is like, I just know a little bit of.
I know enough to like carry a conversation.
Yeah, no, me too. Exactly.
So Odell's obviously pretty good at catching footballs. Can we agree on that?
Yeah. We can agree on that.
He's pretty good at catching footballs.
Can't keep himself not injured.
So he's going back to Jarvis Landry, who's somebody that he played with in college, and apparently they were pretty good friends. So everybody's like, yay, they're getting back together.
And they have Baker Mayfield. Imagine if they signed Antonio Brown, but he's going to the Raiders.
Honestly, Antonio Brown is like low-key more trouble than he's worth.
He's like, you can compare him to like a Jimmy Butler.
No, he's better than Jimmy Butler.
No, but like, if you had to compare like football to the NBA, he can wreak havoc on the court and help his team out, but in the locker room he's like ass. You know what I mean? Like Jimmy Butler, he causes problems in the locker room.
Yeah, he's like Dennis Rodman.
Basically.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman leaves empty comments everywhere.
Dude, the fucking Dennis Rodman comments on Instagram make me want to...
How much time does he actually have on Instagram? It amazes me. Now he's posting stuff under Instagram posts saying...
leaving Instagram soon.
No. There's a new one. He's like, go crazy. Or no, go stupid. Go crazy. You know the meme?
Yeah.
Yeah, he started posting that under...
Oh, did he start the meme then?
I think he restarted it, because I always knew that was a meme, but now it's like becoming popular again.
No, someone else probably restarted it. There's no way Dennis Rodman started a wave.
Yeah, no.
Fucking Dennis Rodman.
Leaving Instagram.
Leaving Instagram soon.
Speaking of Dennis Rodman, and he played for the Bulls. You know who else played for the Bulls?
Fucking Derrick Rose, the best player in the history of the Chicago Bulls.
Let's not forget about MJ. Speaking of MJ.
Professor Bean?
God damn it. Speaking of MJ, LeBron just recently passed MJ in all-time scoring.
Which means nothing.
Which means absolutely fucking nothing.
That would be like if I
It's a milestone. Granted, it is a milestone. But...
That would be like if I started walking like every day, and then 10 years from now, I walked more than my dad walked when he was the age of 12. Like...
And that's the thing. He took 1,000 less shots, and he had one more season than MJ. But the thing about it is...
He took more threes.
Yeah, for sure. He took more threes. That and the defense is lighter now than it was back then.
No, not really.
The
defense is just different. They play like zone defense now because you have motion offenses.
And also you have people chucking up threes now, thinking they're Kobe or Curry. It's like Kobe. Just chucking it up.
I can't wait until there's if Wilt Chamberlain played today, people would have to stop shooting threes. Like,
oh yeah, for
my
sure.
God. He would body every single person in this league with one arm.
If Shaq were to play in this day too.
But not like a Hakeem or like a Tim, not like a skilled person, just like a fucking strong person.
You got Tim Duncan. Well, Tim Duncan was more...
He was just skilled.
He was just very skilled. Charles Barkley.
He's too small. He's only like 6'4".
Charles Barkley's not 6'4".
Yes, he is.
He's not 6'4".
Google it.
I will Google that shit right now.
6'5".
6'5". Wow.
Ha! Get pwned, kid.
6'6".
Okay, well, Google can't decide.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar 7'2". Kevin Durant 6'9". Patrick Ewing. Why does Patrick Ewing look like a dad?
Probably because he is one.
But he looks like an ugly-ass dad. He looks nothing like his old days. Magic Johnson 6'9". Explains why he has AIDS.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's impressive that LeBron passed him, but it's not. It's a milestone. But if you think about it, who's the real GOAT? I still think MJ's the real GOAT.
Obviously, it's Wilt Chamberlain. You're just not paying attention.
No, I just wasn't born in the 60s. Neither the 90s, but my dad was, so.
Okay, but he scored 100 points in one game.
Yeah, because he was like 2 people back then. The height of 2 people.
I mean, he benched 500 pounds and won the high jump for his college.
Christ.
His high jump was supposedly like 6'9" or something bizarre like that.
Fucking Alex Jones. Let's talk about Alex Jones.
Alex Jonas.
Jones.
Alex Jones. My Lord and Savior, Alex Jones. Oh my God, if it wasn't for Alex Jones, I would have not even been born.
Who's Alex Jones?
You don't know who Alex Jones is?
Like you say all the time, it's a white person thing.
Is not a white person thing. So you know how all the people... Oh, you know who he is?
Who?
The water turned the frogs gay. You don't know that?
No.
He's like, the fucking water turned the fucking frogs gay. It's like, he's like a conspiracy theory guy.
He's a conspiracy theorist?
Theorist? Yeah, he comes up with all these weird conspiracy theories.
So he's like the earth is flat type shit?
Yeah, shit like that.
Does he believe the earth is flat?
No.
Because the only crazy... is he a crazy guy?
Oh, no. He like predicts a lot of true conspiracies, too. Like, you remember Julian Omelette, or whatever his name was? Who, like, pretended that white people beat him up?
Mm-hmm.
Julian Omelette, he predicted that was fake. He was, like, the first one to say, yeah, this shit looks fake to me, fam.
What other conspiracy theories he talked about?
So one he got in trouble for is he says he thinks that Sandy Hook is real, which Sandy Hook is kind of like the
school shooting.
It would be like the Fortnite of battle royales, but if battle royales were fucking shooting people in your school. Sandy Hook is the one that popularized school shootings because the people who do school shootings realized they could get media attention by shooting up a school.
That's one way to put it, I guess.
Yeah. So he believes Sandy Hook happened, but he believes that about half of other school shootings did not happen. And that they're faked.
What about Columbine?
Columbine, I think it was before Sandy Hook, but Columbine wasn't as big of a deal because Columbine was like the first time that it had happened, and then Sandy Hook was like third or fourth or something.
And what about the movie theater incident, with the gas tears during the Dark Knight movie back in like 2013?
I don't know if I can remember this. What are you talking about?
It was like when the premiere of the Dark Knight. I don't know which one. I'm pretty sure it was the second one. With Bane in it, and
that's the third one.
Well, the second Dark Knight, the Dark Knight Rises. I'm pretty sure.
Dark Knight. It's Batman Begins, the Dark Knight, and then the Dark Knight Rises.
Okay, so it's the Dark Knight
with Heath Ledger and the Joker.
Okay, no, then it has to be the third one. I think it was the third one.
Okay.
So basically, what happened was, this guy came in the movie theater. He threw tear gas and he started shooting. I'm pretty sure. He started shooting like the movie theater.
I'm sorry, this isn't funny, but like just picturing it in my mind, everybody's like, "Whoa, what is this? Is this like a 4D movie?" Bang, 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 bang.
That's fucked up. That is so fucked up. But the funny thing is that someone's told me the same thing. So you're not the only fucked up person, but you're one of them. Not surprised that was gonna be the same thing you said, but that's basically what happened. Any other conspiracy theories Alex Jones said, or Alex Jonas?
Alex Jonas. he's like the
fifth Jonas brother. The one they don't give a shit about because he's too crazy.
Yeah. So it's hard to tell what he says and what he doesn't actually say because I don't. It's hard to tell what he says and what he doesn't actually say because a lot of people will be like, Alex Jones said that Tourette's is just a glitch in the Matrix, and then he'll be like, actually, I didn't say that shit. So it's hard to like keep track of the things he said and the things he didn't. I just watched his his thing with Joe Rogan. What
they talk about?
Dude, it was like 4 hours.
Jesus Christ, I would not watch something for 4 hours. I'll lose interest.
You don't watch it, you listen to it.
So it's like listening to us ramble on for hours, or not even like 8. 3/4 of an hour.
That was a non-coherent sentence.
You're not coherent.
Yes, I am. That was gay. And I don't mean gay like
stupid
weird.
gay.
I mean gay like fucking a dude gay.
It's kind of like Megatron Muslim.
Okay.
What? Do you want to
read this? Let me read this for
You're
you.
leaving this part in because I read that and I'm like, what?
Osama Bin Laden is kind of like Megatron, but Muslim.
You know what's funny? I was talking about. I met with this lawyer that my mom has, and she believes that 9/11 wasn't like an inside job, and how she explained to me. I kind of think the same thing, but I also think like it wasn't an inside job. It's very confusing, but explain what you had to say about Osama Bin Laden being Megatron.
All right.
But Muslim.
So listen to me. In possibly the worst film that has ever hit the big screen, Transformers 2,
Okay, 2.
Dark Side of the Moon.
That was the third one. No, that was the second one.
That was the second one.
That was the second one.
So in Transformers 1, Megatron dies, which is stupid for a movie franchise, because why the fuck would you kill the villain?
They didn't think it was going to be a franchise at that time, I'm pretty sure.
Look at you, Mr. fucking Rotten Tomatoes.
Everyone's a credit.
So, Megatron dies, right? They fucking throw his bitch ass in the ocean, just like they did with Osama Bin Laden. And like after Osama
I think you told me this.
After Osama Bin Laden died, they put him in like this little like metal doohickey and threw him in the ocean because it was some like Muslim thing, and they were like, yo, you gotta bury him within 24 hours or we're gonna fuck you up real good. And so Megatron is in the ocean, right? And they find the dark energon and they like slap it into his chest and he comes back to life. The other day I was thinking, what if ISIS or Al Qaeda or whatever, like the new like brand of terrorism is now, just like got him out of the ocean and then they just like slapped like, I don't know, dark energon or like adrenaline or something in his chest, and he just got up and he was like, how do you open up? Like, I don't know Arabic, but that was my try.
Allah Akbar.
I wasn't gonna say Allah Akbar.
I was not expecting that. I thought you were gonna say like something completely not like that. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you were gonna say. I probably should have expected something like that.
Oh my god.
But that's your whole thing about Osama Bin Laden being Megatron?
Yeah, there's like quite a few similarities, don't you think?
I mean, if you put it that way.
Transformers 2009 is 1 year after Osama Bin Laden died, which was 2008, right? I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
Because Transformers Dark Side of the Moon came out in 2009.
Uh-huh.
I know this because I watched all the Transformers movies the other day to complete my fucking research paper on Osama Bin Laden is Megatron.
God damn it, you do more research than me. Go ahead.
So, yeah. So I was thinking, I think that Transformers 2 is based on the secret second life of Osama Bin Laden that we don't know about.
So it's not Osama Bin Laden's Megatron, it's Megatron is Osama Bin Laden.
I thought you were about to slap me.
Shut the fuck up! God! Tired of your shit! Fuck God, why is Lightning McQueen fucking pushing a steamroller and not winning the Piston Cup?
What?
That's what you wrote on the list.
Oh, okay. So, like, I remember I was watching Cars the other day. Don't ask me why I was watching Cars.
Why were you watching Cars?
Put it in my spank bank.
Continue.
Okay. So, I was watching Cars, and, so Lightning McQueen is, like, this hot rod, right? He's a real fast boy. And he, like,
I don't like how you said that. I really don't like how you said that. That made me feel super uncomfortable.
Oh my god. So he like fucks up the road or something because like his tractor trailer like falls asleep and then it like crashes and he just like drives away. I assume his tractor trailer like died or something. And he somehow like power lines get like stuck on him and he fucks up the road and then like the sheriff of the town makes him repave the road, but he's like a fast car. He's not like a truck, so he can't fucking pull the thing that repaves the road. That was fucking Kevin. So he can't pull the thing that repaves the road, and he's like, it takes him like fucking a month to repave this fucking road. And
which
then,
should take like...
Yeah, and then the fucking sheriff comes out of nowhere, and he's just like, I used to be a race car back in the day. And then,
why do you sound like Rick Grimes?
I don't know.
Carl.
They train in like the dirt, and then he goes and fucking wins the Piston Cup. And that's the story of Cars for you in like 2 minutes.
And then Cars 2 and 3 were irrelevant. Cars 2 was very irrelevant.
I don't even remember Cars 2.
It was when they were secret agents.
I remember playing the Cars video game on Xbox, and the only thing I would do was tip the tractors.
I know which game you're talking about now. God, that brings back like a deep memory.
That was one you didn't even know you had.
I know, exactly. I've been having a lot of deep memories this past week. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
Do you know what's one deep memory? Have you ever watched Jackie Chan Adventures when you were a kid?
Yes, with the hexagons.
With the stones.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I found that out this past week about that show, and I was like, wow, that brought like a really distant memory.
Okay, I'm gonna bring back a more distant one.
Go ahead.
Lego Star Wars.
God damn it. I used to play that shit on the Wii.
Dude, Lego Star Wars was like the feast of champions. I remember I had like 158 of the 160 golden bricks.
God,
and I was so fucking mad. I couldn't find the other 2 bricks. I was about to go berserk. And then my dad showed me like this like Lego Star Wars Wikipedia page. I almost fucking came in my pants on the spot.
What's another deep memory? I'm trying to think.
So you remember like when you go to the church and you go in confessional and the priest comes in the confessional booth with you?
Oh God, yes. Yes. Just gonna say yes. Just gonna say yes because you white people are something else.
Oh, dude, your dad would like come in the door and he'd be like, I remember deep memory from childhood.
You know what's funny?
Kill shark.
Kill shark. My dad was talking to me today about a story about a fat bitch that, no offense, but he was telling me how when he was talking to a girl over the phone, because they didn't have cell phones back then, or they had like a wall phone,
like a rotary phone.
Yeah, a rotary phone, that's the word I was looking for. He was the only one in his neighborhood that had one. So,
oh my god, so all the bitches were hitting up his trap phone?
Basically.
Oh.
So all the girls that were like popular, because all the popular people had like a phone.
Oh, so if you were popping, you had a phone.
Yeah, so that's why my dad was popping. So one day he started talking to a girl. He was telling me over the phone.
Okay, yeah. That can happen because sometimes bitches have nice voices and then their body does not match their voice.
No, that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
He told me, man, she had like the most beautiful voice, and they were gonna meet up, and
he got there and it was like
no. He got there and this is what he said. He said this bitch came up to me and he was like, she introduced herself to me, and my dad was like, who the fuck are you? And then
that your dad is basically Future.
And then he was like, he didn't tell me a name, but we're gonna go with the name Alice. That's what we're gonna say.
Allison.
We're gonna go with the name
Inside
Alice.
Joke.
Alice. So he was like, "Oh, you're Alice."
Oh. Was he just like blub 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 blub?
He was like, "Oh, you're Alice." So
that's a lot of Alice.
They hugged, and he said it was the most awkward hug he's ever had in his life because he doesn't hug. He wasn't a hugging person back then.
Yeah, your dad seems like a huge hugger to me.
Well, now he is because he's a dad, I guess.
I was joking. Your dad seems like the type of guy where like if you went in for not me obviously, that would be weird if I hugged your dad.
That would be weird.
If you went in for a hug for your dad, he'd be like, "Do you fuck Miguel? Are you fucking gay?"
I mean, not really, but okay.
I love how I change your dad's accent every
To-
time to
I
like
know.
a different country.
To a different country. I've realized. You go more and more Russian as you try to translate.
No, well, it started out like because I can't do a Hispanic accent. So it started out with like a bad Hispanic, then it went to Arabic, then it went to Indian, and then now we're at like we went to Chinese because I was like, Michael, kill shark. And then I think that time I was going for like Turkish. I love the Turkish accent. It's very sexy.
But to end the story off, her sister was invited and she brought her boyfriend, so they basically went on a double date. And he knows the boyfriend because they go to college together. This when he was in university.
So he fucked the boyfriend.
God damn it. No, he basically said they were at the club, and at that time they didn't really have like lights in Cuba. So
What the fuck were they doing?
they
They were like dancing by oil light.
Yeah, basically. But when they went to go, the bartender brought them drinks, and she would like have a flashlight or something like that.
Okay.
And when they went there, he was talking to the boyfriend, and he was like, you know what I'm gonna do? He was like, because he noticed that my dad wasn't having a good time, so he was like, are you okay? Like, he's like, it's just I was deceived, because catfish wasn't a word back then, and he was like, yeah, I had a feeling you would be. And he couldn't let a brother know because, there weren't phones back then. So my dad's like, you know what? I'm going to take 5 shots, go to the bathroom, take a leak, and dip. And he was like, sounds like a plan. He was like, distract her. And he was like, okay. So you guess what my dad did?
Took 5 shots.
Took 5 shots,
went to the bathroom and
took a leak and a shit.
Oh.
Then left.
Shit in the urinal, classic.
Yeah, because that's the only fucking thing they had. They didn't have stalls back then.
Oh. I have a story about shitting.
No, but to finish the complete story, what's the funniest thing?
What?
My dad got a call like a few years later, and the girl kept on calling the house, and my grandmother was like, who the fuck is this bitch calling our house all the fucking time? And my dad's like, don't worry about it. But a few years later down the line, before
Just
my
empanada.
before my dad escaped Cuba, his cousin invited him to a wedding, and he was like, hey, I want you to be there at my wedding. And he was like, yeah, sure, I'll be there.
Oh, and was it the fat bitch?
It was a fat bitch she was getting married to. My dad got there, and he was like, meet my wife, Miguel. My dad looked at her, she looked at him. This is the cousin, he's just looking like this. He looks at the wife, looks back, and guess what?
What?
My dad took 5 shots, went to the bathroom, took a leak, a shit, and dipped.
It's like your dad's calling card. It's like, 5 shots, a leak, a shit. It's clearly the Voss brothers back again with another crime. A story about how I was taking a shit in a QT bathroom and there was a drug deal going on while I was shitting.
You told me the story, so I'd like you to explain it. Go ahead.
Okay. So what had happened was I was having like a bad tummy day, Like sometimes it just happens. Like it sounds kind of childish, but that shit just happens. It's the best of us.
Literally. How did you tell
So I got back from my swim practice, and I'm on the road, and I'm like, I can make it home, Like, so my swim practice is probably 15 minutes away from my house. So I get probably 3 minutes on the road, and I'm like, if I don't find a bathroom in the next 2 minutes, there's going to be a shit in my car.
It's going to be a shit show.
No, not like a show. Like, this is not the type of thing you would, come here, Fred, come here, look. Like, no, this was going to be like a terrible day. So I pulled into this QT and I like sprinted into the bathroom. And I was in there like shitting my guts out. And then in walked these 2 like African American gentlemen. And one of them had like 2 dime bags of Coke. A dime bag is $10.
So what did you do? Did you just like put your feet up so you showed?
They were like.
Were you just back there like, oh fuck, fuck,
no, they
shit while they were doing a deal?
No, they noticed me and they were like, hey yo bro, somebody taking a shit.
Hey yo bro, this smells like shit up in here.
No, they were like, hey yo bro, somebody taking a shit. And then they exchanged the $20 for the 2 dime bags, and then they were fucking out ski.
I can just imagine the situation. It's just like, yo, bro, you taking a shit in here?
Taking a shit while I'm trying to sell cocaine?
We gonna have to fuck you up now? I can just imagine. They just
no, I've locked the stall. You'll never get in.
They start crawling under.
Just like, your face has become the Dookie Center now.
Ew. I know you're gonna say some shit like that. Literally, say some shit like that. Oh my god.
I remember one time when I was little, my mom was teaching me how to count, right?
And basically, your dad raped you. Anyway, this is the end
listen,
of.
Trust me, this is gonna flow well.
Okay.
Just remember, when I was little, my mom was teaching me how to count. Now, I had 1 on fucking lock, right? 1 I was good with, right? Now 2 and 3, not so good, but like 4, 5, and then like I was good with 4 and 5, right?
I was acing that shit.
But then like 6 and 7 and 8, but 2 and 3, I kind of got fucked up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why this is episode 3, and it's probably going to go up before episode 2. Because Michael has the video on his phone and fucking doesn't know how to edit. It's a big problem.
It is a big problem. I'm learning.
Yeah, that's your explanation.
About why we've been idle for so long.
And why this is episode 3. So episode 2 is like in the crevices of Michael's ass.
I want to say that, but okay.
I don't know, man.
It's in the crevice of my phone's ass, that's for sure. It's been fucking standing there, wasting my fucking space.
Okay. This episode is over.